And how many niggas is doing podcasts by the lake?
Not many.
I'm gonna guess none.
I'm gonna guess zero lake podcasts.
I'm gonna guess there are 0 lake podcasts. So this is some real hard shit in my opinion.
How many podcasts are filmed by a lake?
0. Y'all heard that song written by Chris Brown? This is the funniest thing to me that's happened on this lake, and I told this story on Darren Bates' podcast. Funniest thing that's happened on this lake. Me and Sam were kayaking, and a car stopped right over there, like on the fucking freeway, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? He stopped and pulled off to the side, and he yelled. This is while me and Sam were kayaking. He yelled. It's a white guy, and he goes, "Hey!" He looked, and he was like, "Beautiful day for a kayak."
That's not even an exaggeration. That's exactly what happened.
I didn't add anything. I know you're like, oh, Derek trying to be funny. No, nigga, he laughs like Captain America.
He picked up the hammer.
Yeah, then he picked up his hammer, and like Thor, that nigga flew off into space. Beautiful day for a kayak. His face was like this. And I was pretty sure right after that he was gonna shoot me and Sam with a bow and arrow.
I don't think that was his plan.
I don't know. I thought that nigga was gonna kill us, bro. Because that's like some shit. When he said it, I was nervous because we're in the middle of the lake, and it was like, man, we're just sitting ducks, and these white people are too nice. All the white people here are either way too nice or way too racist.
Yeah, a lot of people are trying to make up for the transgressions of the past.
Yeah, it's like, hey, bro, we know, hey, you fucked up. Your grandparents fucked up, but saying hi, yelling to me at this kayak doesn't make you not racist anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
still nice.
It was kind.
It was kind, but it's been like that nonstop. We've been getting
it has been a little extra.
White guilt.
A little bit more kindness than you would expect.
Yeah.
On average.
Yeah, being at these places like this part of the country, because it ain't like some hick racist part of the country, bro. Because I've been to those too. It's not one of those places. It's more of like white liberal guilt part of the country, which is still its own version of racism. Because they still, like Malcolm X said, you treat me like a mascot, not like a person. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's been like here.
We've been the most famous people in town.
By far. Well, because they one time, me and Sam, we tried to walk down a street on that side of the lake, and a white man told us we weren't allowed to walk down that street. That's how it started when we got here, and I was like, even in Maine, huh? Even in Wayne, Maine, y'all got to keep it a racist. And then that happened, and then we were like, we were just like, man, what the fuck just happened? You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like, why would he? What? He didn't say it on no, like, he was just like, hey, excuse me guys, but this is a private road. And we were like, nigga, it's a street. It's just like a street. It's like somebody told you any street was a private street. And we were like, what? And he was like, yeah, it's a private road. You're not allowed to walk down the street. And then we were like, oh, but we know people on this street. And he was like, that doesn't matter. And then me and Sam were like, okay, whatever, nigga, fuck this nigga.
We didn't want to start a fight.
And I didn't know that nigga had a gun on us and shit, because he was just an old racist looking white dude, and he was in his car.
Yeah, he was in his car.
And I was like, bro, I don't know what kind of white dude this is, and I don't need no Ahmaud Arbery story in Wayne, Maine. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how these niggas be. So, when you give them a chance, you give white people a chance, bro, they'll fucking answer you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not even going to give you the chance. And then sometimes, without giving them a chance, they still fuck up. So, you know?
So that happened, and then we told my uncle. And he told the whole town.
The entire town. The entire town. Fucking town of Wayne, Maine came over to this greenhouse that you can't see this behind you and apologized to me for this guy and was like, that doesn't represent our town. Our town of Wayne, Maine has always loved the Negro. And it was like, okay, well.
That was almost worse than the original racism. I wish no one had come over and said anything.
Bro, everybody, like fucking politicians, like all these people running for like senator and fucking congressmen of like Maine and shit. And like, I'm not even kidding. Like fucking politicians, like people who work for the guy who's running for like fucking governor or whatever, came by. This one dude came by fucking crying like a child. And it made me, I wanted to call him a nigger. I wanted to like, boy, get your nigger tears out of your eyes, boy. You toughen up. You toughen up, boy. You know what I mean? You tough up, goddammit. Racist shit happens. Quit crying about it. But he was also my age. And when he literally was crying, I wanted to fight him.
Because he was so young, it was very...
yeah, and he was crying.
Shocking.
Like unconsolable, crying. Dude. Read a book. Do you know what's going on in the world? Did you watch the George Floyd video? Worse things have happened, man.
What was even scarier was he came at 8:30 or 9 o'clock.
He ruined our movie.
Watching a movie, so it's dark, and he didn't park his car. He left the headlights on in his car. So you kind of think that maybe the cops have arrived at the house.
The cops or the Klan.
It felt
it's
like
well, with all these lights, it's either a burning cross outside or the cops. And it was just a nigga wanting to cry about racism. I was so mad about that shit, bro. That shit made me more mad than the racist dude. Ugh. Crying? I was mad as fuck at the racist guy. Don't get me wrong. Fuck that racist dude. You know what I'm saying? And oh, please believe me, we're walking down the street again.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get all the little.
We're gonna get all the old. Yeah, I'm gonna walk down the street. I have a whole plan about how I'm gonna handle that street, nigga. But I'm walking down the street again because fuck that old white dude. But don't cry. Don't cry, and don't come over to me crying. And now I just don't like that. I gotta now hug you and be like, oh,
someone else for the racism you
yeah,
experienced.
that I'm sorry, white guy, that you feel bad. It's like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is this shit? But that was one of the better experiences. But because of that shit, we got too famous in this town, and now we gotta go.
Oh yeah, we're super famous here.
It goes Stephen King and then us.
We're also the youngest people here, so